What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux. I'm joined by KKS Kevin, joined by Sin, whatever name he decides to go by today. I don't know. We just had this debate, and I'm over it. I'm over it
Y'all
already.
stop.
I'm over it already. But it is time for Tech Talk Thursdays. It is April 16th, 2020, and we are here with some of this week's biggest, in our opinion, gaming stories, tech stories, and possibly streaming stories, depending on which order I decide to go this week. How y'all doing this week?
Pretty good.
Good.
I'm just in the mood to start throwing down the commercial. So let me know when we could do that.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with some good news, because we don't get enough of that. Everybody's probably sitting at home nowadays for watch everything on Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, HBO. Again, we're running out of broadcast television to show.
With and without subtitles.
With and without the subtitles. But Apple has heard your cries. So for those who have Apple products, because I don't think this is available anywhere else. I don't think it's available on Android or devices that do not have Apple TV installed on them. Apple is making some of their content free to watch for a limited time. And even some of the channels that they have on there. So like they've got for those who don't have HBO, you can watch the HBO channel, Epix. I think they've got a Showtime channel. I only use it to watch Deezus and Mero. So, I use Showtime for Deezus and Mero. There's nothing really been on Apple TV since the morning show.
Oh, yes, right.
Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen any of the Apple TV content?
Nah, I don't have Apple TV, no.
Nah, Apple TV is not my thing. I have apples in the fridge, not on TV.
Oh,
yeah, I got Fire Stick.
So we were trying to watch all of Inuyasha. That's all we really need out of this quarantine.
Oh yeah, get a good Inuyasha run. I've been wanting to do a TNG run so bad. Like I'm ready.
I'm surprised. What, you talking about the next generation?
Oh yeah.
Surprised that's not on what's it, the CBS All Access?
Yeah, it's not. It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm about to do.
All right, I see you out here. I see you out here in these streets. I got you.
We'll see you in May.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, and of course, I give you a little bit of good news because I'm about to deliver some bad news for those people who are working on the front lines to keep the supply chain going with your food. There's some assholes out there, some dumb, just assholes out there. Believe it or not, there are people who are using Instacart, enticing people to to pick up their groceries with huge tips, and then fucking canceling the tip. Like, what tip? What you talk? 20. I was gonna pay you $20 to deliver $2 worth of groceries. No, just no.
Okay. So, for those of us who, I don't know if all of y'all use Instacart.
We do here. We do here.
So Major knows how this works. You can, when you put in an order, you can put whatever tip you want on it, but then after that order is delivered or whatever, they give you an option to adjust whatever tip you have left. So you get these people who put in these really big tips up front, wait for the whole thing to come in. Someone has gone out into a cloud of pandemic to bring you these groceries you did not want to go get. And then they came and brought this back, and you went right after that and voided that whole tip and just went zero, just slid the slider down to zero and push confirm, for whatever final confirmation there is. Let us also point out that this isn't happening in quote unquote the hood or in low income areas. Oh, no. This is happening in suburbia where people are paying my whole life savings and mortgage. So we need to talk about the fact that these are the people who wouldn't have even missed the stimulus check if it didn't come through, who are just being like, nah, we're just not going to tip you for the places that we could have gone ourselves to go
Right.
get things, to put other people in danger, and then to come back. Listen, if you're going to order delivery out here, don't be an asshole.
So, please tip people. These people work hard for their money. Like my homegirl does Instacart and she works hard for her money. And to see people like saying like doing the whole literal a bait and switch of being
Mm-hmm.
like, hey yo, let me go give you $30 for these groceries. Let me give you a $30 tip. Oh, you want a tip? Oh, wish you'd
It's like,
wish you'd have
darn,
made that little yeah.
you just have to
So
be like 1 minute late on this arbitrary thing that I just came up with.
on nitpicks. Yeah, like
mm.
yeah, my
On pizza rolls.
yeah, you
On
know
pizza rolls.
my pizza rolls wasn't as cold as I wanted them to be.
Actually, they were too
So
cold. They were
But
too
like
cold. It took
yeah,
five. It took
I'm
five
just
extra
I'm just
seconds to cook them.
I'm just gonna take my $25 back. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
the thing that
cancel
kills
my
me about it
$25
is
back.
that it's putting people's lives in literal danger. Like
Yeah.
it's not even like, oh, y'all just delivered something and I'm just being a dick in a normal time. You are
Right.
sending people out into a pandemic you didn't want to go out to put their lives
Right.
in danger to bring you groceries that you didn't tip them for.
Exactly.
I hope your chicken is dry all
Hmm.
year.
I
But
hope
see,
you.
the people who are probably doing this, the chicken is always dry.
Mhm.
You didn't even threat. What was the threat? What was the threat in that? It's always dry.
Well, I mean, it had raisins at least. Now it's not gonna have that either.
Oh, not the
Oh
God, y'all are
raisins.
sad.
Not the raisins.
not the raisins.
Oh no.
Raisins.
Oh, the
Not the raisins.
raisins. The raisins. All right.
The
Um.
unseasoned boy. Mm-mm.
Of,
The unseasoned. The
hmm,
unseasoned among us
hmm.
is very. Mm.
Literally season 4, but like that's just
Those who do not. Those who do not wash their legs. You hate
Hmm.
to see. You hate to see it.
and the thing that's so bad about this is it's just one of those things that magnifies a problem because you do there are people out there. They're the same people who walk in at the last 30 minutes on a Sunday, order like $100 worth of food, and only like leave you a chick publication pamphlet that looks like $100 bill. Like
Right.
they're those people. But
Hmm.
now you have, oh, so y'all going to be the same. Oh, we were expecting you to be better. I guess.
Let me tell
I
you.
guess we should have known.
Let me tell you a quick story when I used to work at Dollar Tree. This is what the people do. I have the people come in, the unseasoned would come in and they would pay
I'm
they
loving
would
this.
come in, they would come in and they would pay for $10 worth of groceries with $100 bill. Guess what your boy did? Okay, here's what your boy did. I said, "Oh, I don't got 100. Like I look at my drawer. I know I ain't got 100. I know I ain't got $90 worth of change. So here's what I would do. I would first of all I would check the bill, check it, hold up thing. Then I would call for a manager. I'd be like, manager, change. I'm gonna need change. Hold on a second. Manager, I'm gonna need change. And then I'd be looking like, and then the line calls up. They sitting up there looking like, hmm. They're looking all squirmy and everything. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need your change. I don't have 100 change. You're gonna have to wait. Call for the manager. Said, Megan, I'm gonna need change for 100, please. Megan, I'm gonna need change for 100, please.
You
Then
just
all
had
of a
people
sudden,
out here on the spot and
I,
uncomfortable. Like, you know
I,
what? You can
I
just have it.
had,
It's fine.
yeah. I'm like, no, no, no. You wanted to pay, no, you wanted to be one to pay $10 worth of grocery with $100. Like you couldn't have got this change from the bank somewhere when you got this $100. So guess what? Your ass gonna wait.
And that's
So
the thing too. Like banks don't
yeah,
even give you $100 bills by default.
yeah. They'd be like, nah. I'd be like, nope. I'm gonna need that 20s. I'm gonna need them 20s. Y'all ain't finna have me out here with no $100 bill walking around with $100 for $10 of groceries at Dollar Tree. Nope.
And
So when
somebody had me cash like, yo, what's this?
I'm like, what we doing out here?
Man,
That's what we doing.
I went out. I had to go to the university earlier this week. So of course, you come back. Try to strip down everything, empty your pockets. So I took my
Right.
wallet out, threw it out, and it hit the wall. And then apparently I had some cash in my wallet, and I saw it. Like, the hell is that? Is that a business card? I was like, oh shit, it's cash. The hell's cash? When did I get cash? But obviously too, like last time I was out and about was before the quarantine. That was like birthday money I still had left over.
Oh yeah, birthday money. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But
Yeah,
it
'cause
was
my
like
birthday.
cash. Well, why I got cash in here? Like, who
Mm-hmm.
does this? Have I not seen The Division? That's how
Mm-hmm.
shit spread. I don't want
That's
that. I go
the
out here
dollar
and burn
flu.
it with fire.
Mm-hmm. That's how we got.
Hell
Dollars
no.
on dollars on Black Friday. That's how the dollar flu happened.
hmm We ain't learned our lesson.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was like. I was like, I
What
tried.
you mean? I'm in the house.
Mm-hmm. I tried to pick. Like I said, I was just like Major. I had birthday money and I was trying to buy like Smash Bros with it, and I'm literally like, I just turned to like 5 years old. Like, how much money I need to pay to use to pay this? How much?
Is it this many? Is it
Is
this
it
many?
this many?
This
Is it
many?
this many money? Is it this many? How many money I need? I was literally like, cause you know me, I just like swipe the card, stick the card,
Look,
whatever.
I'm like, yo, can I put this? Can I put this cash in my watch? Like,
Mm-hmm.
can I turn it to
No,
Apple Pay?
no,
How
it's
do
some
I
money
turn
in it.
this $5 bill to Apple Pay? Because
I know.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to use the
Oh,
Mm-mm.
you mean when people give you change?
Yeah.
cash. Look, you gave me this $20 bill. Like, can you Venmo this to me?
Mm-hmm.
What
I
is
got
this
time.
physical money? Who are you?
Mm-mm. I
I
got time
had
for physical.
two generations of black women being like, you better make sure you have like X amount of dollars in this wallet because don't be out here in these like places where you just suddenly need cash and don't have it. Please don't. And
Yeah, yeah, mama.
that is now a regular habit.
Yeah,
It's one whole dollar though. $1.
yeah, yeah. I got at least have $10 in my wallet. At least $10. I mean, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna pay for much, but at least I have $10 in my
like
pocket.
I'll
Whatever.
admit this is the longest I've ever had cash on me. Like just long enough for me to even forget I had it. Like it's about to be May, and I'm like, yo, I got cash in here. Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna spend it because I ain't leaving my house. Especially now with all these damn protests, people out here is like, yo, let's reopen. Like, you know what? And I've been
Y'all
reading.
can't
I've
be
been reading.
talking.
Now, I know we done veered off here, but I was on a social network, so hey, still technology, and listen to everybody in the environment, like in the neighborhood, talking about we want to reopen the government. I said, oh, y'all go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna remain in my house, and then their things like, well, yeah, if you want your freedom, like if you don't mind your freedoms taken, you can stay in your house. Like
And I'm just
I
like,
haven't lost the
can we talk
freedom.
about this for a second?
I
I
have the
haven't
freedom to
lost.
stay
Y'all,
home.
I've not lost the freedom. You haven't either.
Mm-mm.
I don't think you understand how this works, but I'm just saying. I'm
The
speaking from
unseasoned boy.
speaking from somebody whose ancestors definitely didn't have freedoms. Oh, I know what freedoms do and don't look like. You ain't lost
um,
none.
The
these
unseasoned. I'm
these
telling you.
people out here and protesting in front of what is probably an empty government building, telling them
Nope.
they want to go outside. Could you imagine
Nobody's
being
there.
that?
Nobody's there. Everybody's home.
Like
Like,
everybody just watching you on the news, like, man, look at these fools. Yeah.
no, just out here looking at you like, so who are you yelling at? You were
Sheila.
yelling at your
The
literal
thing is,
owners
like,
for
some of
Sheila,
them,
come over here. Look at all this. Look at
most
these.
of them are social distancing. Most of them are wearing masks. So it's like, either you don't believe this exists or it does. Y'all need to pick a lane and stick in
I
it.
seen. I seen a man with a MAGA hat on and a mask. I was like,
Y'all need
I did not
y'all need to pick a lane.
I did not laugh as hard as I did when I seen this man with a MAGA hat on and a mask. I laughed hard and long
why?
Y'all need to
because it's
pick
like
a lane.
you believe, but you don't believe. You trying to hedge your bets.
I don't like how masks look on me, so I stay home.
See, here, moral of the story here. Please come. You know something? We're not talking about the people in this chat, obviously, but if you happen to
No,
be in this chat and your cousins are out there having these corona parties to just be
tell
like,
them.
herd immunity, we're just gonna get all of us sick, and then like
That's not no.
report
I
on the
don't.
news like a couple of days later where
I don't want to die.
yeah,
Just
I
want
don't
to put
have
that out there.
I want to live.
Yeah, I like living. Like it's that song,
Mhm.
the first episode of Family Guy, with little Girl Scouts in the airplane. Like I like being alive. I like being alive. Yeah. Me too.
Mhm. I
I
like
wanna,
to live.
yeah. I got things
Like
to do, like this show. So
Lord, okay. So what else do we have going on here? Because we could talk about these people
Yeah.
forever, and I'm trying to
Oh,
just
yeah,
keep them
yeah.
away from my house.
speaking of
Yeah.
social networks,
Speaking of social networks, good segue.
Facebook app gains quiet mode setting to help manage usage. Apparently, they are now acknowledging that, hey, maybe their users use Facebook too much and they would like to help you curb that usage.
Nah, you know something? Let me just go ahead and help y'all real quick. Just real quick. Because y'all, I'm tired. Hold on. Let me get my announcement megaphone out of the corner. Listen. Y'all have a do not disturb mode on your phone. Like, I don't understand. Y'all have a whole thing that lets you go. I don't want notifications from 10 a.m. to 7 or whatever else you want. Facebook just added a random feature that you don't even need to have just to say, hey, we out here being helpful. It's the same thing with half of the companies for people who live in the city going we giving you free data. We're on Wi-Fi. We're not using any of our cellular data. So what are you doing? Same thing with,
like we said, hey, for some people that does help.
For rural folks.
Yeah, for rural folks that does help.
For rural folks that does help. At the very least, there is a case where doing that for a phone company help people. For Facebook, literally every phone has a do not disturb feature. This is not helping anybody, Facebook. If you want to do something, why don't you do something that's better for data security, data policy, not spreading misinformation, not using things that affect disproportionately elections.
Wow.
Like, you could have any of that, but you decided to go, here's a do not disturb feature. If you don't get out of here.
I mean, literally better things and better features that you could be able to do. How about Facebook create a feature that if I want to unfriend somebody, that I don't keep seeing them in my chat as if I'm still friends with them? Can you fix that, Facebook?
And I've got an even better solution. Was saying, it's built right into your phone. It's called Delete App.
That's another one.
It's just Delete App. It's great. I did it a year ago with Facebook. I mean, I still have a Facebook account, but this is what I do. I check it once a month, maybe 2 months. Apparently, I was invited to a secret Animal Crossing group on Facebook and didn't know about it for a week. I was told on the stream, yo, did you get that invite? Invite to what? Oh, I invited you on Facebook. Oh man, I ain't checked that shit in 2 weeks. I don't even know what the hell's on there.
Y'all better invite me with a DM. I don't want to do.
Yeah, send me look, I got Messenger. You can hit me up there. I'll take that.
I'm always on Messenger. I just don't mess with Facebook. They be pulling me into Facebook, and I'd be like, no, I don't want to go to Facebook. I like Twitter too much.
Right?
These people out here you don't want to know about your granddaughter's birthday. Man, y'all don't have my phone number.
Man, I love Twitter so much, especially when especially at the beginning, I got fucking backgrounds, Twitter backgrounds for my PC. I will stay on Twitter, even though Twitter got some stuff to work on too. But I was before, things got real bad. But Twitter's always been better than Facebook. But Twitter, if you're listening, but Twitter, if you're listening, I'll take a paid option so I can stop being sold to. Please, I'll gladly pay.
Especially since you removed the option for us to go. We did not want to do that, but didn't give us if you try to make money on the model, I mean, I hate it, but I understand. But I mean, give me something I don't want to know. I don't.
Just give me
ads. Some of these ads aren't for me.
Twitter
and I'm
Plus,
no.
Twitter Plus. I mean, everything. Twitter Pro. Twitter Max.
$3 a month, maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying. But
$3 a month for no targeted ads and maybe some little pro features or something like that.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind especially with the ads, and then you were capping API usage for third party apps. So yeah, if I pay you to get rid of the ads and actually involve kind of build in some of these pro features from other apps, or I don't know, make TweetDeck available for Windows. Like it used to be?
You mean not in the browser version?
All right, this will get me though. TweetDeck is available as an app on macOS.
You don't even want to get me into the amount of things that are available, but only on Mac OS.
I mean, that's why I bought Macs. It's great. Just for TweetDeck alone.
I might have to go back to Apple. I might have to go back to the Apple trap again.
It's the best, really. Honestly, hey. But
Where's Anka? We're paging Anka. Paging Anka. We have an emergency.
Yeah, she is
Anka,
Microsoft. Yeah, she is Microsoft evangelist. Like talking some Microsoft Teams and shit. Like, get out of here.
Girl.
Yeah, it is Microsoft Teams now.
Girl, no.
Yeah, stop it. Granted, they've been making strides in Xbox in the gaming space, but
yeah,
it's still Microsoft. As I wear this Mixer hat.
Mm-hmm.
That's
we gonna behave.
It's a mess.
As you wear this Mixer hat on Twitch, okay?
Yeah, it's a mess under here. Don't mind me. It's a mess. Speaking of Apple is partnering with Google on building a COVID-19 contact tracing into Android and iOS. Of course, the same people who are trying to reopen the government are definitely having issues with this because, God forbid we build tools to help us stay safe. I mean, I see, but honestly, with this one, I see where they're getting at.
Tony, well, like the thing is, I would be okay with it, except for, didn't these same people just spend the last 4-ish years and definitely the last 2 going like, so what is the open internet anyway? Like, it's the whole mode for the last 4 years has been, hey, let's just go ahead and overstep real quick. Let's just overstep things several times. So when they were just like, hey, we're just gonna see who you've been talking to and maybe try to monitor how far the virus spreads and everything else. It's one of those things like, that is extreme. I could see how that is super useful right now because they've done things like that in Germany where they've tried to keep track of, I think Germany was the place that they did that.
I mean, it was several countries
where they found out a person got COVID and had an idea of who else they had gotten in contact with to go and find them and let them know, hey, you're a possible risk for infection. You need to get tested.
There was a Scandinavian country where cops
are
investigating
it. Okay.
It is crazy.
It's yeah.
And so I could see how that could be useful, but the thing is, when that stops being a need to do, are they going to dismantle that? No. And we already know that the people who are involved aren't necessarily the most responsible for being respectful with people's data. So,
well, I still, to an extent, more than Google, I think Apple is.
Oh, I mean, if we're comparing that to Google, then yes.
Yeah, like compared to Google, Apple is. I still, if you gave me a list of possible Silicon Valley suspects, I was like, all right, Apple, I will trust you the most. Maybe not 100%, but I trust you the most. Because you've at least gone to Congress and say, fuck you, we're not unlocking this device. We don't even know what the key is. Google, maybe not so much.
Right.
Google literally with the motto of literally don't be evil and then doing
they took that out. That's gone.
They took that out.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously.
They took that out. It's not there anymore, unfortunately. Like, I see the usefulness for it, but I do, I mean, looking at it from like the FF, ACLU, like that's a lot of data collection, even if you minimize, like even if you tend to scrub all personal data from it, but still you need to figure out like, all right, who was it and where they are and who else did they infect? But I think with this one, it's not so much which person specifically, it's okay, whoever voluntarily said that I don't mind being tracked, they'll say, all right, there were so many people within a radius. We don't know who they are. We don't know who these other people are. But there's a possibility this community has become a hotbed.
Right.
And it helps government agencies say, hey, like Southeast Raleigh is worse off than, Durham or something. Because this one person who volunteered the information got sick and they went out and they were around this many Android or iOS devices. Shouts out to Temptress Telio with that 13 viewer raid. We in the building. Or they in the building. We all in the building. Oh, and she's subbing 10 months in a row? Okay, look at the CEO. Oh, look at the COO doing big things.
We're all in the building and 6 feet away from each other at all times. I will spray you in your eyes with Lysol if you come over here. Don't do it. But we love you.
I'm locked in my box. Don't. But yeah, like, I think that's their approach. It's not necessarily identifying anybody who doesn't want to be identified. It's just more or less like giving local health officials an idea of how bad the virus is being spread within the area where somebody volunteered to be tracked.
Now, that being said, we have to talk about the people who are going to volunteer to be tracked, because I bet all of them did not go to this government building yelling about how they wanted to go back to work or whatever.
Right.
And they probably all went to the beach or the golf course. Lord, these people.
Right.
Like the people who want to be tracked are probably the ones who are being responsible, are probably the more paranoid ones. It's like, all right, look, I just want to know, am I okay?
Right.
And I want to make sure everybody else is okay. So I will voluntarily say, hey, you can use me as a vector to where if I told you I was sick, I want to help protect. They're not the people who are being asshats about this. It was like, no. So I can see it. I can see it uses for good. I mean, it's not like they didn't have this data anyway. So
no.
I mean, especially with iOS, like they're or with Apple, they're using the UI chip in their phones, like to do wideband device tracking. So if I lost my phone, I can use, like, it's like Tile.
Right.
Like for the Find My Phone app or what have you.
Yeah, but it's like it's supposed to be a step beyond that, to where if my phone died or something like that, it was like, all right, there were other devices around it that pinged it to let me know that general location of where that phone was.
Y'all have no idea how messed up I have been on that one, because one time I actually had lost my phone for a couple of minutes. Someone's like, can you use Find Your Phone? And I'm like, no, I disabled it.
I don't know. I like it on. But then again, I never really lose my phone. So there's that.
True.
My wife, though, like, no, we have to keep hers on because, like, every 2 days she loses it. And she fought to have an Apple Watch. And now she's so glad to have it because it has the ping my phone feature on it. And she uses that shit religiously.
Y'all, someone please take me back to the 90s when they had those like things you could like stick to your phone, into your keychain, that you could just clap in a room and it would always start beeping from behind the couch or something.
That's what Tile is. That's what those Tile trackers are. Like they will beep when you lose your keys or your phone or something if you have it attached. Which of course, when I lost my drone a couple of months ago, people said, "Well, did you put a Tile tracker on it?" Why the hell would I do that? I didn't know I was going to lose it. I didn't know I was going to get carried away in the wind. My bad. If I'd known I'd have put it on there. I mean, hindsight is 2020, and yes, I would have totally put a Tile tracker on that damn drone if I knew it was going to fly away.
Tile tracker,
here we are.
all the things.
Yeah, here we are now.
So what do we got going on out here?
Yes, young boy. I've lost my drone. The day before my birthday. It's
Can we get an F in chat for the drone, please?
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm about to say tomorrow will be 2 months, but yeah, later on this week it'll be like 2 months since I've lost the drone and have no idea where it is. And luckily it's in the woods. I can technically go look for it because it's social distancing. Ain't nobody out there, but there are no drones.
Wow.
Just like Facebook, we've got Zoom. Still in the news because apparently
what they do now,
China, there have been hackers who have been selling 500,000 Zoom credentials out of that were compromised out of Chinese servers.
Sorry, they what? So
Zoom, as popular as they are, again, people are finding so many missteps with the company, with the product. If you're using Zoom for free, they put your instance, your credentials anywhere they can put it. Actually, this turned out to be for paid too. So now Zoom has said, look, if you pay for our service, we won't put your shit on Chinese servers so that way your shit won't get hacked anymore. But everybody who's using it for free, good luck. Good luck.
Although they tried to be like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine. We can just oh please. Also,
It's gone.
like Chinese service specifically, really? What's that about? Zoom? Wait, what's the tea there?
Yeah, let's stick to Discord. Like I don't. It's just
Like they're just the thing about like tech and gaming and just y'all think this is messy. Just wait, but the way that all of this stuff pans out, it's kind of like how messy can y'all be at a time that we need y'all to do the one thing that your product and services do.
Right.
The Fire Nation that like the Avatar manages. Like what is happening here?
It pretty much is, yeah.
So, all right. So it says in a blog post, Zoom says that as of April 18th, which that hasn't happened yet, keep that in mind, all paying subscribers will be able to opt out of Chinese data service. Well, technically, the company says you can opt out, you can opt into or out of any of its regional data centers, as it doesn't want to upset China by naming it, but it's obvious what has driven this move.
It's just so weird that we live with so many options, but yet this one option has like exploded, and it's become now the most problematic when we have Skype, when we have Google Hangouts, when we Facebook calls, Discord now, and it's literally like has become the most problematic because through its popularity, it has become the most problematic, and we now have to like, we have to go in and opt, and who is opting out? Whose auntie is gonna opt out?
Whomst is going into their account.
Is going to opt out. If my mom gets on Zoom, which he hasn't, which
Man, if y'all opt out of these Chinese servers but order Chinese food, I'm gonna fight y'all.
But how is my mom gonna opt out of this? How is my aunt
But I don't think individual.
Some...
So I don't think it's individual users are doing it. I think it's whoever is managing, like the Zoom instance. Like for me, it'd be NC State would opt out. Like whoever's managing NC State's accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's managing the company's accounts would opt out, not the individual user.
Okay. But I mean, what about people who do have those individual user accounts that own their own and that aren't part of a corporate thing?
I don't think you can purchase. I don't think like there's only company Zoom instances. Like if you I don't think you can buy Zoom individually.
You can, because I bought one.
Oh.
It's like some amount of like it's like around $12 a month or something like that for you to have an individual account that you can run as long as you want to.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. That was one thing we were looking into before I found Skype in NDI.
And you're just like, oh, so what y'all doing with that though?
Mm-hmm. But like these like local agencies and local municipalities, would they know to opt out?
Well, I imagine like those messages would be sent. Like normally, if it was sent if it was put in a blog post, there's probably email that went out too.
Right. So like,
well, I mean, you would hope that the IT professionals for a lot of these agencies would know. Again, like we discussed last week, a lot of these companies, like a lot of government entities, don't use Zoom at all. Mm-mm. So like that's not even an issue at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like for my teams that I work for and with, yeah, we've been talking about this like it's daily. Like honestly, most of the Zoom articles I pull or look at are coming from my work Slack. But yeah, then let's also not forget that 500 Zoom logins were sold. So 500,000, excuse me. Let's actually put respect on that number. 500,000 Zoom credentials have been sold. So this is now a reminder, which is probably going to be daily if you're using Zoom, to change your fucking passwords, turn on two-factor authentication, use a password protect, or use a password safe like LastPass, OnePass, KeyPass.
Also, friendly additional reminder, please turn on the waiting room feature so that when people join, they don't go straight into the call. You have to approve all of those.
Password protect your Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody's in, lock it. It's all good tips.
You know, this is so wild to me because we're out here using Zoom and all of these different ways to stay connected with people that they basically didn't intend the product for. Now we have to deal with people being just wild and ridiculous and reckless, but you can't punch them in the face because you have to stay 6 feet away. I need to learn how to throw bricks harder. That's how I feel about these things.
Know how to yeet rocks just
Oh
right.
my
Be like,
god.
Like, listen, I'm just
Where's- be
Please.
like David and Goliath. Where's my sling? Ah.
It's hard out there in these streets, man. So hard.
I mean, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay safe out here. These people are out here trying to ruin everything.
Everything.
Well, I would like to bring some good news to everybody. I mean, I feel like it's like a news sandwich.
Yeah.
Like we had some good news at the beginning. We went through all the terrible things, and now we're about to end with a couple of pieces of good news. First
Yay
off,
for good news.
yes, exactly. Also too, I'm not sure how you guys feel about Jim from The Office, but he has recently started a YouTube channel called Some Good News, where every week he loads up a video of nothing but good news stories going around the world. If
You want to know what's hilarious is that there was a black comedian on like Comic View that was like on there 20 years ago that was talking about the fact that we needed a news channel like that. This person was apparently ahead of their time.
Obviously. If you need something to feel good about for like a good 10 minutes, maybe a good cry, because I'm not gonna lie. Today I seasoned my my Jersey Mike sub with a tear or two. You should check that out. You should definitely check out those stories. They're really good. But if you do have a small business and you're trying to get out there, and again, this hurts for me to say it as somebody who does hosting or who's trying to do host reselling for a living. MailChimp is giving away .com domains for 5 years. You get your custom domain and a free website builder. You can hold on to that for 5 years for free.
And that is a .com address, one of the most expensive namespaces to get. So like, if you've been out here like, I want a website, but I also don't have money for a website, don't have money to maintain a domain, you are good from now until 2025.
And
Get
again,
it in.
it hurts.
Get it in. You got till May.
And it hurts my bottom line. I put that in quotes. It hurts my bottom line to see that, but I am all for it. Look, I get Telia. I get it. You gotta buy some things, and again, full disclosure, Telia does use my services. Wait. Wait. Hold on. I think I'm gonna set some cookies here. Okay, hold on. It looks like there's something here. So receive a 25% discount on your domain. This discount renews every year with your domain for up to 5 years if you publish a MailChimp website within 11 months. Quantities limited. So apparently you got to put up the money up front, but you get the credit.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Is that how they get you?
No, they hit their ass with the fine print.
They
Hate
did.
to see it.
They did. We got guys.
They hit us with fine print.
So, do they want to explain what claim your free domain is on this page? Somebody needs to ask them what these words mean.
So a free domain offer provided through a discount of $25 years for 5 years when you publish a website with MailChimp within 11 months of your domain purchase. Publishing a website requires at a minimum selecting the website publish option in your MailChimp account, Use of MailChimp standard domain holding page on your domain shall not suffice for meeting the published requirement. Subject to your continued eligibility, MailChimp will apply a $25 discount to your domain cost once a year for up to 5 years. Max value of offer is $125 over 5 years. If you fail to meet the publishing requirement, the discount shall immediately end after 12 months. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's still free. You still have to put that money up front, though. Because again, if you offer, like, for what it is, and I imagine like MailChimp's tools are pretty decent. If you just say something's free and you don't charge it, then everybody's going to run it up. So you kind of need some kind of gate in place. Again, not to be the corporate apologist, but of course, what's this? Conspiracy Telia has now joined the chat.
I mean, I don't know. She's
not wrong. And again, with Major's house, I'm not putting anything up front. Like I'll tell you up front, I will take you to the because I get my shit from DigitalOcean. I will take you to the DigitalOcean site, show you how much you could do this by yourself, and then tell you, look, I'm just charging you $5 on top of what you would have to pay DigitalOcean to do this because I'm just doing some heavy lifting.
We're charging you parts and labor.
Yeah, essentially. So it's like, yeah, I'm not hiding it. I will, if anybody I talk to, I will show you, pull up DigitalOcean. You could totally do this yourself. And I am okay with that. I will even help you do that, like walk you through it. But if you want somebody to do that for you, that all you gotta do is just use WordPress. Okay. But yeah, I don't got nothing like this here. But if you're willing to wade through it, I still think it's not that bad of a deal. But I'm talking from my perspective where I'm at. If I wasn't wanting to have my own servers, I would use this, but I have different needs. And then Tilly, I appreciate that. I really do. I really do.
I'm on Tilia's side on that one too.
So then,
give it to the community.
So then, I'm gonna look.
So
down.
that news didn't even apply to anybody. We're just gonna say, you need to slide into the DMs of Major Linux.
Yeah, just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Support Major Linux.
I'm looking at you too, Kev. You just said you needed some.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm just looking down at you. What's up, bro? But for those who may want to take advantage of that, I don't think it's a bad idea. But I mean, mileage may vary on that.
Mileage may vary.
And not about that, not about it. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah. I mean, I do month to month, and he's like, if you don't want it, all right, cool. We can end that. Like, I know the contracts I have people sign, like it says for a year, but yeah, it's whatever. So in product news, and again, I still think this is good news. You may not. I don't. To each their own. Apple has officially unveiled the new iPhone SE this week. The most budget phone Apple has ever offered since the original iPhone.
Was a good phone. I will stand the SE phone.
Yeah,
for forever. I mean, that thing was good.
The iPhone SE, the first one, which was like a souped up iPhone 5.
No, I mean, it was like right between an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 6. This phone that I'm holding with this case on it is an SE phone.
Wait a second. What case is that?
It's a wooden case I got from doing an Extra Life thing for their 10th year anniversary.
So
they had a thing from Carve.
Sir, we need to talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yes,
okay.
we do. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. We talking sneaking in some Extra Life shit up in here.
Oh, he did that big flex. He was like,
I did it. I was just like, hey, I want you to see the size of the phone.
It's real small. Of it. I can go get all of my carved cases from Extra Life. Since they first started offering them.
Small. Oh my god. Y'all get out of here.
Oh no, it's not the phone that's the issue. It's the fact that you participated in Extra Life. That's what I'm getting on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big flex.
Well, I mean, because I'm big
that's
Extra.
How you do that.
I'm big Extra Life right here. So I'm deep in that. So yeah, we talk later. But no. Yeah, the SE, the first one was like based off the iPhone 5, with it had to be an iPhone 7 components in it, because I think the SE came out with the 7. It was the 7, right? I want to say it's the 7 because the 8
right around the 7.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
it was an
around
iPhone. It was an iPhone 5 case with iPhone 7 internals,
Yeah.
which made it a super dope budget phone.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It
and
was
yeah,
a
Apple
delightful
is
hodgepodge.
way overdue. Granted,
Very
like you can look at
overdue.
the iPhone. Was it iPhone 10R, or before it was the iPhone 8, then the iPhone 10R, and now the iPhone 11, which were their budget phones. Now essentially this one here is what they call the iPhone 9, but it is an iPhone 11 in an iPhone 8 case.
Right.
For $400. You were getting the latest. Like, you were getting the internals of this phone, not the screen and the cameras, mind you, but the internals, the chips and all of that from this phone. This is iPhone 11 Pro.
Right.
And an iPhone 8 for $400 fucking dollars.
You get Touch ID back.
Touch ID back. You know, people
Yes.
love that Touch ID.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take it or leave it, but I mean, Touch ID, you still get the depth sensing, so you still get the portrait stuff, the bokeh depth of field, and all like that.
Y'all listen, because we needed it. It was not it. Being told we had to pay $1,200 for a phone. So
right.
And like, I don't blame you. I'm glad I'm in a position where I can get the latest and greatest. But not everybody can do that. Like, if I were to buy my wife a new phone, it'd probably be this one, because she doesn't care about that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she would have loved to have had Touch ID back, because she can't use Face ID for shit. It's like, Nick, just point at your face. It's like, I can't do it. I just can't.
Mm-hmm. Touch ID.
Yeah, like, definitely, like, especially because do they even still make iPod touches? Like, I'm really sitting there thinking, like, I don't know, next month when I get paid, I might just pick me up an iPhone SE and put like a Google Fi SIM in it. Because I got an iPhone 6S that I took from my niece because she had an updated phone and she just had this iPhone with a broken screen. I just took it from her. Was going to use it on my drone, but then the drone flew away. But
Now,
once again, as for this drone.
Now let me ask you something. As somebody who I used to be on Apple until like I left and went on Android. And that's like Android for a long time. For a long time. Do I have to like sync my music? Do I have to use iTunes again? Is iTunes gone now?
No, it's gone. iTunes gone.
So I can just like plug this phone to my computer, put my music on it, and if everything's cool.
So they will probably have you use Apple Music. You're using a PC though, right?
PC, yeah.
So iTunes is still on PC. They didn't remove it. Mainly, all right. So yeah, let me back this up. With the latest version of macOS, they took out iTunes and they gave you music, TV, and podcast, 3 different apps. So on Mac, you'd use music to do all of this. Okay. On Windows, like, there is no equivalent, so you still have iTunes. If you want to sync your locally stored music onto your phone.
I'm gonna have to pray on that. Cause I'm telling you right now, I had a badass time with iTunes and like Windows PCs, just like getting songs on there. Like I managed to get songs on there, but sometimes it would just act. It was.
See,
it
at
wasn't
that
a good
point,
experience.
but
if that's the only problem, then I think I can deal with that.
So like when I had an iPod, it wasn't that much of an issue. My first smartphones weren't doing music playback. That's why I had an iPod. But my first actual like touchscreen post iPhone smartphone, was an Android device. And yeah, like you talking about put music on an Android device in like 2010 was fucking garbage. That's also so glad when they created Google Play Music. Tilly brings up Spotify. One thing I may recommend you to do, if you don't mind paying a subscription, is looking into Apple Music. and using iTunes to see if they can match what you have in your local music to what they have in Apple Music. That way you don't have to sync it. I wouldn't even worry about syncing local music. Probably what you got, unless it's like some really obscure things that just aren't commercially available. Just use Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora. Like, yeah, I don't even think I've synced local music to my phone in years.
Cause I'm thinking I might pick out Spotify because there's people that I do rock with on their podcast and their podcast are on Spotify.
Like this podcast is on Spotify.
And I think it's like what, $10 a month?
You can even get it for free, but it has ads.
No, I want to know the premium models.
So then
that's
$10.
that $9.99.
Yeah,
it's that $9.99.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, I'm not finna do Spotify with ads. I will fight with my local music.
We just talk about, look, we'll pay for Twitter. Like, really? They're gonna do Spotify with ads? Hell no. When Hulu offered no ads, I immediately bought that.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I was like, I'm not paying for Hulu and have ads. But they were like, you get no ads. Where's the no ad function? I will pay for that. It's like $11 a month. Where do I sign up at? I ain't ask you all that. Where do I sign up from? Give me that. Immediately. And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out. I want to figure out how to get the whole Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. Because I've been jonesing to watch some 30 for 30, so I'm trying to get that whole like.
But see, you can't. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what that. Don't do that. Don't do that bundle because the Hulu on that bundle has ads.
Yeah, because I need. Yeah, if
that's
if
the only reason why I don't have it.
I think there's a way that you could do it with the Google with the Hulu without ads. But I need to figure that out. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. If I can't do it,
please report back because I will love that. Granted, ESPN. What am I watching on ESPN nowadays?
Yeah, I will search the cosmos.
Yeah, let me know when we get sports back. Then I'll look into it. Right now, I'm good.
Hulu has an ad-free plan though.
Yes, it does, but not with the Disney Plus.
Not with Disney Plus.
Oh no. Why?
I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
Because you have to pay for Hulu regardless now. They used to be free.
Right.
It used to be free, but it's not anymore. And then you pay more to get Hulu with no ads.
Right. It used to be free. It used to be with what they call limited interruptions. You pay like $8 for limited interruptions, which means just less ads. And then it was like the ad-free option. I was like, give me the ad-free option. I don't want no ads. And once I found that the no ad option was there, I was like, give me that, fam. I'll take that. Cause I just didn't want ads. Like, now I can watch my Empire. I can watch my Lego Masters. I can watch my Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I can watch that with no ads, and I don't have to worry about it. It's beautiful. I love it.
So Telia has been pointing out the fact that Sin has been getting smaller and bigger like every 30 seconds. It's the one.
I am an agent of chaos.
There's that, but also the fact that Skype tends to adjust resolution depending on, I guess, the bandwidth of the person who's calling. So Sin has been having issues for like the past week.
Are y'all coming from?
I'm not because it happens to another one of my co-hosts on my other podcast where her resolution will change quite often. And I'm like, make it bigger, make it smaller, because I don't know where the default is. So yeah, do not blame Sin. It is his ISP.
Now that being said, y'all can feel free, like as a collective, to write the Spectrum, because I mean, listen, what do you mean we need you to upgrade? It's Spectrum out here. It's either Spectrum or Comcast. I don't have those good choices. I'm sorry.
That's what we call a monopoly. Thank you, capitalism. Let me not. I'm gonna move this article over here because I'm gonna make that a streaming one too. So we're gonna move on over to our gaming section.
Oh,
We're not there yet. Hold on. We're gonna get there. We're not there yet.
I'm just letting you know.
We'll jump. You want to
Hold
cut?
up.
Do you want it?
Hold up.
Do you want it? I'll give it to you.
No, we don't. Y'all don't want me to do that. We're gonna have a collective gathering of the ancestors up in here.
All right, so we'll wait. First off, Nintendo Switch has a system update. It's now at 10.0. This one now allows you to move game data, not save game data, but actual game data, so the software to the SD card.
Right.
So that we don't have to be
That's
limited
nice.
by your internal storage of your Switch, which God knows what that is. I don't know. I think mine is like 128 gigabyte SD in there. So, and I bought that because I really, really wanted to download NBA 2K on the Switch.
Listen, I don't
which
want
took
to flex.
10 hours.
I don't want to flex on you, but I got a 256 one.
Hey.
I want to flex on you, but I just want to let you know I got the
hear you.
256.
Like, look,
just so I wouldn't have them problems, but I don't want to say that as like a flex.
But my thing is, when'd you buy it?
I bought it Christmas.
So recently,
around
so
the holidays.
relatively recently.
Relatively.
See, I bought this one, close to the birth of the Switch, so storage was more expensive. So I was balling with my 128 gigabyte micro SD card because that was probably all they had, or it was hella expensive to get more. Like, I'm pretty sure I can get a terabyte micro SD now for like what, $100?
Yeah, probably $100. Yeah.
Yeah, he did flex.
Hear this?
He did flex.
Did y'all hear this man?
I mean,
he tore his shirt. He is out here. He tore his shirt flexing that
Yes,
hard.
he did. Yes, he
did. Like, okay.
Mr. Jolly,
Let me not flex on you as I flex.
He did.
Also, Mr. Jolly, you are not wrong. You're not going to find anywhere, and probably for the next 3 towns, honestly.
We tried to tell Sin, talking about like with his stimmy, he was gonna buy a Switch. Like, what Switch? That the only Switch he gonna get close to is the one next to his video on the stream. That's the closest he getting to a Switch right now. The closest. Reach out and touch it.
That's about it.
Click.
But yes, for those who do have a Switch, you can now use your expandable storage to store your games, but again, not your save data.
No.
So that's still going to be tied to the Switch. Let's see. The other thing that they added was like more Animal Crossing icons for your profile, but your boy's going to stick to his George Costanza pose.
Mm-hmm.
His me doing the George Costanza, like, hey, how y'all doing? Because, we out here.
Yep.
Oh, wait. And there was also one thing too. One more. I saw as I was closing it. Yes, I'll accept your cookies. Because it brings all the boys to the yard. It also does add the option to remap controller buttons, which means, if you really, really, really want to have your Switch at like an Xbox controller, you can do that. Just don't get mad when you press A and B happens.
Right. Also, so that remapping thing though, I am really happy about that as just a general accessibility option too.
There is that.
Yes, accessibility things, we can remap stuff because there are some people who need that to enjoy that game. But I'm really happy about that.
Right. And there's profiles too. So you can totally change it to different profiles if you want to
Okay.
So if you want to have this is my Smash setup. This is my
that's nice.
Animal Crossing setup.
That's nice.
Here's my Breath of the Wild setup. So you can have different profiles on it, and so it's not just like.
So they essentially just made the Switch an Xbox Elite controller.
Pretty much.
That's nice.
I mean, Nintendo and Microsoft have been really chummy. I'm sure, bro. Yeah.
But Nintendo needs to hop on that Azure. That's one thing I'll give Anka with her Microsoft with their Microsoft Shieldness is Azure. Hey, we get on that. But I'm pretty sure like what Nintendo has to be using like AWS or something though, right? Like, it's not like Nintendo's running their own servers.
No. I mean, there's some things that they need to glean from Microsoft, and servers is definitely one of them. And more
just how to work the internet.
Yeah, how to work the internet better than this. How to actually have an online service that has features that people want to use.
Ask the people in Orbital on Division. I mean, sorry, not Division, Destiny.
Yep.
So we're going to cover more of this in the updates, which reminds me after we do all this and I upload all the things, I've got to update my drivers. The Minecraft RTX beta is going to be available today. For those who have not seen this, honestly, I wish there was a video of it in here in this article. Oh, well, I would click it. There is a link down at the bottom, but because the way my monitor is set with the resolution, you won't see anything on the screen on the screen.
Yeah.
But Minecraft looks sexy. If y'all have not seen Minecraft RTX and the whole RTX on RTX off bullshit
with the ray tracing, y'all got to see that. Oh it is like,
you know what? I might be able to. I won't be able to make it full screen, but I might be able to. There we go.
I mean, try it as best as you can, because these people when I tell you these people need to see this.
There we go. That works right there.
This thing is sexy. Look at that. Look at with the ray tracing. And that's not no mod. That's not no mod or no fancy texture pack. That is the game. Right.
See,
there.
That's off and then on.
Look at that. Look at it.
They made Minecraft sexy. I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I was like, okay, sure, ray tracing, it's cool. Minecraft, I get why people are playing it, but they finally came up with a justification to have an RTX 20 series card and Minecraft at the same fucking time.
Because it's like these two things are like separate to each other. It's like, because Minecraft can run on a toaster well enough, but now
it can. Before it couldn't.
Now,
wow. Okay.
No, because it was that Minecraft Java version was a fucking nightmare years ago.
Okay, you said Java though, so that was the first problem that we rated.
Yeah. But this is crazy. Like, look at this. Like, Minecraft is sexy now.
Yes. It really is.
Like, y'all.
Did they just add this update to like the base game or whatever if you already have it? Or
so yeah, it's a Windows 10 beta of the RTX version.
Okay.
So that's out today in the Windows Store. If it's a beta, I imagine it would be free for now, right?
Yeah, probably free. I can't see them charging for this though. Like, I really can't.
It's a free race. So I think what it is it's actually, all right, hold on. Minecraft for RTX will launch in public beta on the Xbox Insider Program. Yes, that is on PC. This coming Thursday, April 16, 2020. The free ray tracing update is set to completely overhaul the game with a path tracer, an all-encompassing rendering system for realistic shadows, reflections, global illumination, and more. And you can experience all that for yourself in just a few days. Now, and again, we've been talking about RTX, ray tracing, path tracing. For those who do not know what that is, for those who've been living under a rock since the 20 series came out, since the announcements of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, ray tracing is essentially like tracing a point of light from its source as it bounces all over a 3D space.
So it gives it so much like real. It gives you so much more realism than you would normally get otherwise in other games that doesn't have ray tracing. It looks so, like I say, it looks so much clean. It looks so much clean and crisp though.
You're right.
Do you need like a special, do you need special graphics or anything like what kind of think for handling all that?
So the best way to get these results will be to use an RTX 20 series graphics card.
Right.
But technically, and again, as this article says, a Pascal 10 series, so the 1080, 1060, 1070, 1080 Ti, whatever, or the Turing 16 series, which don't have dedicated ray tracing, they're still called GTX cards, can still technically do it. It won't be great, but it can still technically do ray tracing.
Right.
Which, I probably will try it to see if my 1080 can do it. I won't stream it. Because I probably can't. I probably won't. If I wanted to record it, I'm gonna have to hold my phone up because OBS will probably melt.
What about?
Why?
What about shadow play?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure my GPU is trying to do all the things. So with the RTX cards, they have dedicated ray tracing cores.
Oh, okay.
So that way, that handles the ray tracing while the rest of the card does all the graphic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the 16 series cards and the 10 series cards don't have that dedicated ray tracing bit built in. So, it's like using the whole card to do it, and it probably won't be the best. So for your best results, you'll need an RTX card to do it.
Right.
But technically, any 10 series, 16 series, or 20 series card could do this, and only Nvidia cards can do it. AMD, no, not at all, because there are no ray tracing APIs for AMD. All this is built in Windows and Nvidia equipment right now. Even though AMD is set to release a graphics card with hardware-based ray tracing, but that's not out yet. And obviously consoles don't have it because the PS5 and the Series X are not out yet. So yeah, if you do happen to have a RTX 20 series card, the 2060, 2060 Super, 2070, 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Super, or the 2080 Ti, or the Titan RTX, yeah, go ahead and give that a try. You'll love it. I'm definitely sure you'll love it. And
have yourself a party, make us all jealous. That's what he's trying to ask you.
I mean, again, maybe next month. Maybe. I'm really thinking about it now. Those 2080s are coming down in price. For those who need a reason to stay home, please stay home.
For those of you who need another
another reason to stay home other than, please, people are trying to live. The PlayStation blog has put out an announcement saying that the PlayStation is announcing that was too many words that didn't need to be said. PlayStation is announcing the Play at Home initiative. They are giving you 2 games to play for free until May 5th. This went live yesterday. Where if you do not have it, you can download and play the Uncharted collection. It's 4, or Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection. 4 games. I think it's 4. Is it 5? I don't know. Is it 3? 4 isn't Uncharted 4 isn't a part of it?
No. Uncharted 4 is not a part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, Uncharted 4 is free now with PlayStation Plus.
Damn. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
why y'all not playing Uncharted? Seriously.
You could download Uncharted 4 for free right now. You can get to it after this. You gotta make sure you play 1 through 3 first.
I'm sorry, what was that commercial, Kev?
Why y'all not playing Uncharted? Seriously, why y'all ain't playing? You ain't playing it yet. You need to go play it. Okay? You get these games for free. You can play 1, 2, and 3, 4 now. Why you ain't playing these games?
What y'all doing?
You ain't got nothing better to.
Just time. You got time.
You got plenty of time. Go play these
games.
I mean, all right.
You can't go out and buy a Switch yet. Might as well just play Uncharted.
There you go. I mean, you might as well play it. If you got a PS4, you go ahead and play these. You can go ahead and play these games.
Kevin's like, it's Friday. You ain't got
nothing going on. It's Thursday night.
Hold on. It is a story game, and It's a story game, so you may want to play the story. So please wait until after the stream.
That's right. After the stream,
Please.
and then play these games.
Yeah.
Start with 2.
I tell you what. While you listen to this, kick off the download.
Right.
Just go kick off the download. And
Right.
then, hey, after we're done, should be done. At least Uncharted 1 should be done.
Right.
And then you can play after the damn show.
Exactly.
But not only is the Uncharted collection available, Journey is also available if you need more of a reminder of what's going on, where you're just traveling alone together in this vast nothingness.
Girl, bye. Telia out here violating the entire TOS right now. But Journey is
it violating if you talk about it? As long as you don't show it.
I mean, I don't know the way that they changed up these rules. When we talked about that last week, you might want to catch that if you didn't do it.
I'm not dressed as the tentacle monster.
It doesn't matter unless you're a female presenting tentacle monster. We read the rules last week.
You're right. Again, speaking from a person of privilege, you're right.
But Journey is made by a company called That Game Company. They also made Flow, Flower, and Sky Children.
Yes.
And I rather enjoy them. They like to tell stories where it's kind of more showing than telling when they have a story involved.
Yeah.
And so that ended up being pretty cool for me to go and see.
Yeah, I never get a chance to play Destiny. Not Destiny. I got to play Journey. And so I think this would be a good opportunity for me to try the game out.
Yeah, I played all three of the games. I played all 3 of the games. They're really nice.
Yeah, Uncharted 2 is still the games that Uncharted 2 is the game that I never got to finish and it's been haunting me.
Well, there you go. You got time now.
So now I got time now, so I can go and play that.
You got into the 5th.
And what's so weird is because I beat 3 and 4 easily, and then it was just why I ain't get now? I gotta go back to 2. What? It's free now? I'm going back to 2 now. I'm gonna finish that.
So yeah, definitely if you got PlayStation, something to check out. Boy, it seems like Nintendo and Sony came out with the hits today. I ain't seen nothing from Microsoft yet.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That online conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your fans ready, because it's time.
Is it time? We don't want to give them. We don't want to talk about. Oh wait, you said you wanted that to be at the end.
Well,
okay.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Because there's two sticky situations here.
No, we're talking about the good note. There's more good news.
Oh, the good news. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich, and also it pertains to streaming. Also, the one that I moved was at the beginning of the gaming section. So we're getting fans out. It's fan time because we got back to back stories in gaming. In gaming
the ancestors are not fooling around with people in this time of Corona. They are not.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to talk about what we already knew. NASCAR was racist as fuck. And again, in time of Corona, people are showing their real true colors.
Straight into racism.
NASCAR driver has been let go. I'm sorry. Now, let's not clear this up. They've been fired after dropping a racist slur in an online race.
Wow. Nope, let's just sit there.
So remember the fallen. No, angels in. None for him.
No, we're just out here. Here, let me just go ahead.
Let me turn off the music bed real quick, so we just sit in silence. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kyle Larson, former professional race car driver, who apparently lost his cool during an iRacing match over the weekend and decided to shout out the N-word.
Wow.
Seriously, this is one of those announcements. hold on. This is one of those announcements, right? Where you legit hear it, and then the next thing you say is, y'all hear something?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear something? I ain't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Because you came out here thinking that you were going to get away with doing a little sound test by just casually dropping the N-word, and then everybody heard you. First thing, why was that the first thing that came to your mind when you wanted to do a sound test too? Oh, y'all must have thought that we were going to let you get away with that in 2020. We had enough of PewDiePie and his whole crew coming through over here. We're done with y'all.
I'm done with y'all.
We're absolutely done with y'all. And you can just tell from the way he just like casually dropped that. How many times did he say that before now he didn't get checked?
Right.
Like, someone should have punched you dead in the throat. But that's okay. Low key and high key 2020. We are sitting here at home with nothing but time. Y'all don't get away with nothing.
Nothing but
Don't
time.
get away with nothing.
Nothing
So
but time.
just gonna let you know, we will come for your jobs because clearly you don't need them if this is the kind of stuff that you're doing because you think that no one's gonna say anything to you.
Well,
Also, imagine being so racist that you threw your whole career away. It's not like you don't get paid a small amount. It's not like you get paid a small amount of money. You make bank for just doing left-hand turns for several hours at like in a high-speed vehicle, and you threw all that away over a video game. Imagine.
And you literally doing a race that your life is not threatened. You are nowhere in need threatened in this form of racing that you're doing. You're in no danger. You're not going to get hit. You're not going to get pitted. You're not going to spin out and be in a fiery crash, maybe digitally, but you're going to be okay. I don't know at what point do you would ever feel the need to say a word that just doesn't need to be said. Like, it's like, I have never been so mad that I want to throw any type of slur out at all. Like, when the other curse words can do just fine. Like, you literally can use
Imagine needing a slur for this. Imagine needing a slur for this. Wouldn't have it was just like, yo, mic check. It was like that daggone out of style or something. Is that not a thing that we do? Like, hello?
Check 1 2, mic check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Okay, that's
like literally.
See, I didn't even know it was. I thought it was like one of these PewDiePie heated gamer moments. I did not know it was a mic check because like now that you're saying it, now this part of the article, like what I'm reading here, makes more sense.
Oh no, Linux. Okay, so here's the tea on that whole situation. This man is sitting here playing this game on his headset, wasn't sure if people could hear him, so he just straight up dropped the N-word and everyone was like, yo, while he was live streaming, and they were just like, yo, you know we can hear you.
Right. Like I love this line, like, Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud.
Like, okay, so let's talk about the two layers of problems that there are on that. Number one, the issue isn't even that he said it for the people he was on with. It was like, yo, other people can hear you, and that's gonna cause issues. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in this like small announcement. You know, racism or other things, right? If you care about people, let them know when they are fucking up in private before they go and do that in public. Like, man shouldn't have been like, yo, other people can hear you. The most that should have been said was like, didn't we talk to you about this last week? I wasn't playing with you. Like that should have been it. Like
we talked about this. We talked about
that's also assuming that they knew.
They knew.
I mean, we could sit and say like, yes, NASCAR is systemically racist.
No, like not even that it's racist. You know when you have one of those friends.
Yeah, that's true. But the one thing I learned from this article was that there was a black NASCAR driver. Did not know that until I read this article.
There have been a few. They just don't get talked about because we don't watch NASCAR, and a lot of those who are due, they just be like, oh, there's one of them, and then that's it. That's primarily it. So when we're surprised, it's just the point where it's like, oh, okay, uh, okay, oh, all right.
Why his picture got to be like the helmet? Like, why can't we just see his
So,
face?
I mean,
like with that,
okay,
let me.
so this the black
Hold
guy
on.
named
Yeah,
Bubba Wallace.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love,
my man.
I ain't gonna lie, I love that name, Bubba
Now,
Wallace.
But he out here looking like what's Lewis Hamilton.
but we need to have like a small conversation, just like a real quick aside about this stuff. This is
Mhm.
why, right? Whenever you see people going in like 9 and 10 tweets on a thread because someone has yet again done some not some racist, sexist, ableist, whatever else, not like, LGBTQ phobic nonsense. This is why we have to go in on these people. Because
Legit.
imagine how many people like that there are that are just sliding into our game spaces out of professional spaces now, where they're a lot less likely to be checked. And now they're online and live streaming to audiences of how many people? No, we're not doing all that. Like, y'all can just go ahead and catch these hands all day long. You can catch
Right.
fades, you can get these blocks, these reports, and you can go ahead and get the platform all at the same time. We'll just go ahead and get that to you on discount. The
Right.
MailChimp discount. We'll go ahead and discount like that 5 years for like $25 a year. You just pay that up front and go ahead and like disappear forever. Like, we don't have time.
Right. Indeed. Cause like, uh, it's kind of like, it's just like so many times when you just like run who are just unapologetically casually racist, just being like, oh, uh, or just being like, either a, oh, I didn't know that was a bad thing to say in 2020, or what you gonna do about it, and that's what we kind of run into, and that's what I'm like.
Um,
And that's when I'm like Dora Milaje, and then I'm like, that's when I want to call Dora Milaje out with their spears, and then just end up just start, you know,
So
swatting dudes. That's
right.
all I'm yeah, because I'm like, literally, it just gets to me where it's like, even in 2020, brothers out just out here being racist and surprised, like, oh, like, I'm racist and I said the N word and I'm surprised. Like, like, it came out of my mouth. It did. You said it. You said the word. You didn't have to. You
like,
said
see, the
it,
thing is, not in a
and you're
like
surprised by that.
not having the typical gamer moment of, oh, I was really frustrated about something and said something hateful. Not even that. It was literally, can you hear me talking into my
Right.
headset? Like,
Right.
throw home. I would like to page whole man services. Yes, please take the whole man and throw him away.
That's a that's one of my favorite gifts is literally a man being thrown into the dumpster, like, hard back, and then into the dumpster. That's when I'm literally like, throw the, like, just whoop, just gone. Like, that's
Major, you okay over there?
No, so I was reading this statement that Bubba Wallace put out.
Okay, we ready.
I mean, no, it's nothing problematic. From his standpoint, like, he said that immediately. Jeez, and I forgot dude's name already. Not like I really cared. That Larson had reached out immediately about it and was like, "Yo, like, I'm sorry." He had said, like, "Look," I mean, he acknowledged, like, "Look, it was too easy for you to say that." I mean, he was saying, like,
way
he's
too
not
easy.
mad. He does believe in second chances. But he does say, like, yo, he does need to do better. But of course, like everybody's got their stances on it. All I know is like, for me, no, just no. Like,
That was too easy.
yeah, if somebody if somebody said that live on stream and immediately thought of me as like hit me, I was like, yo, I'm so sorry, it didn't mean, like, yeah, dog, you're done. You're done. I'm sorry. Like, look, you just like, I forgot what streamer that was who was saying some problematic shit and she got banned and was talking about, Lex, I hope you join me on my spiritual journey to do better. Like, okay, yeah, you go ahead and do that, but you're fucking done. I'm sorry. This ain't like I'm not canceling you. That's not on me to do that. But in my life, in my personal space, yeah, you're fucking done.
I forgot him. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with him on. So I can't remember. Was it? I knew it was one.
No, it was a woman recently. The most recent one was a woman. But yeah, I don't care. She's fucking done. It's whatever. I didn't know who she was before. I definitely don't give a shit who she is now. So
what's going on with Valorant? Because
let's go.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Oh yeah.
All right, so now this is going to
definitely talk about that.
This is about to be PS5 presentation, GDC talk levels of story right now. So for those who do not know, on PC, because of the fact that it's just the wild, wild west, game developers and publishers put anti-cheat software in their games to make sure, people aren't cheating and making sure that it's fair for everybody. That's it's whatever. I'm cool with that.
It's standard.
Yeah, we get that. However, it has now come out in various places that Valorant or Riot, the developers of Valorant and League of Legends, have been using a anti-cheat software that apparently gets deep into the root of things, like just really so deep that it gets into the kernel of your OS to keep people from cheating. So for those who do not know, we have
what's the deal on that, right? Like, why is this important?
So for those who do not know, the kernel is the basic building block of your operating system. Everything that is Windows, Mac OS, Linux, whatever, is built around this basic nugget, the kernel. Only very important things should access the kernel. Like, what's my memory doing? What's my CPU doing? Where is this code going? Not fucking anti-cheat software for a video game. Especially video games that are being patched daily. Whether it's a balance patch or a security patch, and especially if it's a security patch. No, just bad news.
No, like, it's just like, so here's the thing about that whole thing. The anti-cheat measure that they installed was originally built. They had originally built it for League of Legends, but decided to test it on Valorant instead. So, if assuming how this thing goes with Valorant, they'll probably go in and back and be like, hey, let's just patch League of Legends and add that on there.
It wasn't built for League of Legends and tested on Valorant. No, it's built for League of Legends and they put it on Valorant. So League of Legends has this too.
And I'm just sitting here just like, I don't have time. Oh my God, I don't have time. Like, Riot, every time we try to give you a drop of water or life, you are determined to throw it back on our face and make sure a good deed doesn't go unpunished. Like, okay.
But if we're going to be punished,
I never gave Riot a chance. I've been finished with Riot for a long time. So I'm like.
But if we're going to dole out punishments to people, let's not forget Sony did this in 2005.
I mean, we have to talk about that whole receipt if you want to know why this is an issue, right? I do play LOL. That's the issue, and that's one of those things that stresses me out, because if they haven't done it, they're going to, and if they have done it, then I have to deal with that, because this is where you get, okay, there are things that you obviously want your software to do, but you don't need to have access to things in order to do that. But in addition to this, let's take a step back like 15 whole years. 15 whole years ago, Sony had the same problem. And the reason why they had that problem is because they had, for their games or CDs that they installed, a piece of software whenever you installed their stuff that would, one, install things that were not even mentioned or referenced in the end user license agreement, so you couldn't choose not to install it. And then when it was installed, would occasionally cause your whole computer to blue screen. And people were
this
just
was
like,
on music.
okay, so what's the problem? And it was literally a thing that they installed at the highest level of administrative leverage, administrative privilege possible.
And this was on music CDs. Not even
to
games.
rewrite
It was on
your
a
whole
music CD.
computer. To rewrite your whole computer so that you couldn't make copies of it with a program like Nero. And I'm just like, y'all, it's not that serious. Now, Telia, has Riot been an entire bucket of trash fires? 100%. However, the thing about these games that you play, like LoL and others, depending on which ones you have, are that you have the game that you play, and then you have the people that you play that game with. If I were playing LoL by myself and I didn't have friends that I could play that with, or that weren't the game that we play in common most of the time, because it's the only one we have in common, I would have installed that game in like season 3.
Yep.
Right? That's a thing that you have to deal with, in addition to the fact that you have like all of these ethical and moral questions that as players you have to think about. You also have the trying to find friends to play these games with. And so you always, and there's never a right answer to that. Like, it's not like you can just go, hey, I'm gonna go play EA games instead.
Well, Sony and Riot aren't the only ones. I mean, of course, Sony with music, which was weird for its own thing. But for popular games,
do you want to just unfurl the scrolls, please?
Popular games like PUBG and Ark, Survival Evolved, employ BattleEye. That's a famous one.
Oh yeah, BattleEye.
That apparently use some type of kernel
The same
level
type
access.
of system when they do that.
Fortnite with easy anti-cheat uses not the same
lot.
one, but a similar one.
Yeah.
And this is where we also have to get into, well, you know, it's so common for these games to do this for anti-cheat things. Just because it's something that everyone does not necessarily make that thing correct. That might mean that people are trying to, because listen, Sony didn't do that in 2005 because they were trying to be ethical about things. They wanted to make sure that people didn't steal their stuff and like make sure that people had to buy things and not make copies of them. People are trying to protect their coins. So there's that. The fact that you have to step to the like highest administrative level for a battle royale shooting game, y'all cannot make this make sense. It is PUBG. You were trying to hit people with a frying pan. No.
And the game is broken. The game is just broken. It's unoptimized. PUBG is unoptimized. It's ugly. And they have the nerve to like release this thing and it was the new hotness. And it was like the new hotness, and it was ugly, and it was unoptimized, and it ran like crap on high end specs.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I need to try PUBG again. Like now that I've
No.
No, you don't.
Well,
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I need to know. I need to know.
No,
I need to know.
You know something? Listen, sometimes you just have to let people do these things so that they can experience the blessing of being delivered from it.
Exactly.
Look, I mean, I've upgraded my hardware since then. I got Ryzen.
But it ain't gonna look good. It's still gonna be booty cheeks, man.
No, like here's the thing, right? In addition to all this other stuff, some of it is more so than the permissions that it uses, right? Because those are like issues of their own. It's the fact that they did that, but the fact that they also didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Like, where in the end user license agreement is this? Why are people like looking through processes on their computer and going, I didn't authorize this process. Where did they come from? Oh, that's running with this game. Well, where was that in the instructions? Because I wouldn't have given this thing the administrative permissions if I knew that's what it required. Who does that?
All right. I'm glad. And I'm glad people are getting, I'm glad that there are articles and people are outing this. And
Like, yeah,
Once
we
basically,
again,
need this
because we
more
at
than
home in
ever.
time. We at home in time.
Yeah.
we at home in time, so we like, what are these processes? Let me Google. Let me figure out what this is. What is this? Why is it running?
Who
I didn't.
sent you?
Who sent? I didn't ask for this. Who mans is this? Who processor is this? Like,
Trying to see if I
that's
can get the
that's
comments up for this. Yeah. I kind of approve. Okay, you know what? Nah, y'all want to compromise your data security. Y'all go ahead and do that. Anywho.
and every
Y'all keep waiting.
everybody
Yeah,
is
y'all keep waiting for the
playing.
beta keys.
I
Y'all
don't
keep
want
waiting.
that. I'm
But
like, who made it?
this
Riot
still,
has.
this still kind of tears up my Fortnite though. This does still kind of technically tear up my Fortnite.
I mean,
Can
listen,
somebody?
Fortnite isn't even a game worth playing unless you have blue hair.
I mean, I got gray. Does that count?
No.
Somebody vet Apex and Warzone for me. So I'm gonna need. Obviously, I'm gonna need a new BR to play.
Listen,
Uh,
I don't know. Like my community was like, "You gonna play Fortnite?" And I'm like, "I am." And they were like, "Oh, you cashed in the points? Okay, I guess I'll play it." And I played it, and
all
then
right,
that's it.
I'll suggest to my friends we need to find something else to play. Fine.
Young, you good, man.
Okay, so Linux and Kev are playing Fortnite. I'll be watching over here from a very
No.
respectful distance.
No, that's
like social
Linux
distancing
right
with my kernel.
That's Linux up there. Linux is playing Fortnite. I am not playing Fortnite. I'm playing Smite, and I'm loving it.
I'm gonna social distance with my kernel. Thank you. Speaking of social distancing and more Rona news, Gamescom has officially canceled its physical event as Germany has extended its shelter-at-home policies to kind of encompass the dates for Gamescom. For those who did not know, Gamescom, because it's like in late August, they were technically outside of Germany's shelter-at-home policy mandate. So they were still like, yeah, we're still going to have our physical event. We have been forced to shut down. Earlier this week, Germany said we're extending, and that meant that Gamescom's physical event is no longer happening.
Well, I figured they would. I feel like we were going to be like 2020 was going to be a wash anyway.
But see, that's
like
the thing. Well, so, and I get that. That's what I want. But as I've been listening to many other people talking about, like, to put on shows like this, it's really expensive, and they can't cancel it unless there's like, is it mea culpa? I think it is. I think that's the term.
Force majeure or something like that.
Yes, force majeure. That's what it is. Not mea culpa. It's one of them Latin terms, Latin phrases. Even I think force majeure, that sounds French.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
But basically, like, it takes what they call like an act of God, like
right.
a whole earthquake, like rips through the land, like
right.
a hurricane that normally isn't there suddenly appears, that type of stuff.
Right. So like Gamescom, all these other conventions could not close because if they did, they'd have to eat that cost. Insurance would not cover them canceling the show until like somebody stepped in and said, no, you can't. This is the government says you can't have it. So okay, insurance will cover that.
Could you imagine being these people living in a time where multiple medical professionals are just like, hey, we're not going to have like anything resembling a vaccine or treatments for this pandemic that is worldwide, that is reported on every day for the next 8 months, and you sit here with a whole conference in the middle of April, June, or July, and people are just like, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to refund you that money unless we are forced by the government, or you're forced by the government to cancel your event, and you're gonna have to provide us a written note. Like,
it's like a doctor's note almost. Like you have to come back with your government, and your government. You have to come back.
But that's literally a lot of us with.
My government says I can't do it.
But that's literally a lot of us with our jobs, though. Like, I imagine, like, once they start lifting restrictions here, like our employers are like, so you can leave your house now. They said you can leave, so we expect you to come back into work. Like, I have a phone call with my doctor in a couple of weeks, I am best believe asking for that note long before restrictions are lifted, because I'm be like, yeah, my doctor says as a diabetic, no, just no. I'm not leaving. Like, and it's like, I'm not leaving my house until like I. Even though
Y'all can go ahead and hit me with that fat severance pay for the next 2 years.
Right. Even though Telia says, you gotta wait for the second batch, I'll give it the first. I'll take the first batch. Because then, like, I mean, and then too, like, hopefully by that time too, we will have some type of effective treatment. Also, by that time, we'd have flattened that curve enough.
Right.
And then also by that time too, again, these all sound like very horrible things, but enough people would have caught it, and then technically would be immune to it, to where if I start surrounding myself with people, I'd have that. I get that herd mentality for herd immunity. I'd have that for a little bit, but I'm not leaving.
And if we can get some adequate leadership, that would be great. I'd be happy for that.
Yeah, I ain't waiting for that.
I mean, I'm not waiting for it.
Oh, actually, no. I'm actually technically I would have to wait. It would help. Technically, I would be waiting because I'm not leaving my house, even if we did get it. Like, no,
right.
I'm great. Biden made it. Great. I'm still gonna be here. You fix this. When you fix it, I'll come back out. Until then, yeah, I'm gonna be here. Well, not here. I'll be at my new house. It'll be dope.
I'll be like, Stacy, tell this man to fix it. Stacy, tell this man to fix it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least by the time the first, like, I'm not saying I'm gonna take that vaccine, but at least by the time the first one gets out, we'd have enough people, even just with the natural immunity out there. Yeah, I know, Telia.
No, the thing about herd immunity is that's one of those things that is wonderful to have when you have like a mild cold, or you have something that you have some kind of vaccine for. These people are sitting here just rushing straight toward doom a bunch of lemmings.
Again, I'm not leaving today or tomorrow. I'm talking about a year from now.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair.
Again, that's when the first vaccine comes out, about a year from now, then I would feel comfortable a little bit.
Right.
I might make like I'll be there for like 2 hours and I'm coming back home, but like I will feel more comfortable leaving my house a year from now, not like tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, once the curve is flattened. Once the
like the flattened curve is not enough for me. There has to be treatment, or at least a vaccine before
treatment, and we're getting closer to a vaccine.
Yeah.
That's what we need right now.
Yeah, like there has to be multiple factors before I'm like, all right, I'll think about it.
I need masks. I think we need masks and the supply chain back. And then also the flat curve. I need all that and masks. Trust me, I'm gonna be wearing masks like now. Like when I go out to the store, I'm gonna be like, let me get my key, my wallet, my cell phone, my charger, and my mask. And I'm putting my mask on. When I go in the store, put my mask on. And when I go home, I take my mask off. Like, because I can't be like walking around here. Even if we had the virus, even we had the vaccine, even if we had like the vaccine and the treatments and the curve flattened, and we're all back to like quote unquote normal, like wilding out at the club and wilding out at on the gram and having a good time and going on Vegas and Vegas baby, and we're doing all that goofy shit. I'm still gonna have my mask.
I'm still in my house.
Allergy season. I'm gonna be masked up. Like, I'm gonna be masked up. Because I'm like, dare somebody to say somebody, you can't be walking around with a mask. COVID-19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just got over COVID-19. You think I'm not gonna wear? You think we gonna be just out here like Japan? We gonna be at work with our masks. We gonna be at the theater with our masks. We gonna be at We gonna be at like the club. We gonna be at the casino with our
I
masks.
thought he was about to
Who
say
we gonna be
GameStop because
breathing?
GameStop ain't gonna be here after all this.
We. No, oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
GameStop's done. Any
No, we're
type of
not. No, we not gonna do it. We not gonna do
like
it today.
GameStop's finished. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and the movie theater as we know it is finished.
Yeah, like Keely said, like Keely said, there is no normal. Like this,
no
like
normal now.
the sooner people get that through their thick skulls, like the better we'll all be able to move on.
Right.
And maybe because we're content creators, we're used to doing a lot of stuff in our homes already. Because like we're three people talking about tech right here. Like we're used to this. I've worked for a year at home, second and third shift. I'm used to being at home.
Same. I'm self-employed.
Like, I was good with that. Like the thought of switching to work from home was good for me. It was just, oh wait, I gotta go out. Like today I had to make sure that somebody was able to do things for me at the office today so I wouldn't have to go in.
Right.
And thank God they did. I was so happy when he was able to reboot that computer for me.
Right.
Well, there's been a lot of things and a lot of, I mean, legit industries and whole business empires that have been based around things where people have to be in a building. And when it comes to like changes and things, people don't want to do all of that. But I don't think people have considered like not only our whole industry is going to disappear because it's not only going to be a business or two. It's going to be there was a whole thing that we just assumed because we have been doing it that way for decades. That you had to be on premises to do things and to handle situations, and then you ran into a position where you physically cannot do those things, and suddenly it's kind of like, well, I mean, I guess we can work around that. And now that you have to, it's kind of like, oh, so this was an option the entire time. And that doesn't just mean, oh, well, restaurants are going to be here, they're going to be different, or just that culture is going to be different. But people have to reconsider things like whether or not it is at a company valuable for you to own or even renovate a building, because you don't even necessarily, unless you're a government entity, have to have one. Unless, of course, you're just like the hospital, the post office, FedEx, things where you're like shipping physical stuff. But like my office, where I'm a tech company, just started renovating this building. Do we want to finish that now? Because we don't have to. We've just learned that every single person we had in that building could effectively do their work from home. That's already a consideration that CEOs for companies on the West Coast are starting to make. So it's only going to be a small matter of time before it makes its way over here. And that's going to like have all kinds of consequences I don't think you're even prepared to imagine.
Exactly. You don't have to travel. You don't have to travel to these. You don't have to travel to meetings. You don't have to travel to symposiums. You can just literally just like teleconference to where you need to be at, and just be like, okay, I'm like, imagine like people just having like, instead of having like, think about how TED Talks were. Imagine like TED Talk. A dude in a like some amphitheater walking around the stage talking for like, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes, and like having people listen to it. That's gone. Like, that's gonna change. Stuff like that, that's gonna change. Those big events like what Apple would have, like WWDC, that's different. Like Google I/O, that's gonna be different. No longer are, how E3 and Gamescom and a lot of these conventions are, that's gonna be different. Because it's like, who's gonna like, this is gonna be the new normal. This is our new normal now. This is going to be like, people are going to be less likely to get on planes, get on trains, get in cars, get on boats, especially boats. Cruise industry. I'm not going on a cruise for like at least years.
I would love to say that is the case, but what we have are some people who are so stubborn to like to accept the fact that things are going to be different. That the moment that someone says they can go outside, they're going to try to book a cruise.
Right, and that's fine, and that's okay. But how many people are going to be like? How many people are going to be like? Remember like try to book a cruise, and somebody's going to be like, hey, remember the Diamond Princess? Nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants to be sick on a ship, floating around like a ship of diseased people, which literally they were, and just walk like floating around like a ghost ship, floating around to different ports, trying to find a place for them to just sit there and offload, not get off, but just get some more fresh fruit. Who wants to do that? Not me, not you, not anybody in this chat.
Probably not, but brother Kevin, if I could just rewind that tape for a second, I would like to remind you that this week, in the last 48 hours, a number of people went to an empty government building to yell at it because they wanted to go outside.
I know, and those people. I know, and those people are dumb. But that's what I'm saying. And guess what? The people who are booking cruises, they're dumb too. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying a lot of these industries are going to be severely impacted, because who's gonna go on a cruise when they see Diamond Princess? Who's gonna go to events? Who's gonna go to the movies? The only way there's like the three words: adapt or die. And if nobody is willing to adapt and say, okay, we are going to adapt, we're gonna figure it out. Like, what was the Mark, like Major, what was the movie that came out like recently? It was like Trolls like World Tour.
Yeah.
That came out on demand. That movie was a feature film animated movie of a popular DreamWorks franchise, and it came out on rental. You can rent it anywhere. Rent it on
Onward was still in
Onward.
theaters
when this whole thing hit,
and immediately was on Disney Plus.
and it was on Disney Plus. Who?
I mean, I'm still waiting for the new Star Wars to hit, but
that's crazy. That's crazy to me. The new Star Wars hadn't hit Disney Plus. I mean, that's kind of
really angry about that.
There's literally, who's gonna go to a movie theater? Who's gonna and sit and walk on sticky floors and sit in maybe like somewhat clean seats after all this is over with and gonna go see a movie?
So Kevin, in consideration on that one, before whatever we're gonna do, now we have to imagine a world where, for the most part, the first bit of time that we're able to go back outside and just be in a physical location to do something is going to be a novelty then, in the same way that working, like having a job where you work from home full time, would have been a novelty now.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure.
And what people will do for novelty.
Right.
People throw down whole coins. Can I go? I can go outside data.
Wait, hold on. Make babies where? Tilly, what are you talking about?
She's talking about wanting to make babies outside, I guess. Either that or in the movie theater.
You have to go, that's what going outside
is a whole freak, but we all know.
It's nothing.
Please come and get Telia. Come and get Telia. Thank you.
I'm loving this.
I mean,
you
gotta go to the place. It's just, I think really like the first thing people are gonna do when they're able to decide is meet up and go back inside again. I think that's basically it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, and again, we're not, like I say, just what Sin said. It's like, yeah, people there will be a possibility of people wanting to go back to movies again, going back to bars and clubs and whatevs, but there's going to be
a lot less.
It's going to be a lot less, and there's going to be more people. If you want to make money, you're going to have to put your movie out on demand. That's what I'm just saying. Like, you could, It's going to be, hey, you can go see this movie in theaters, and you can go see it on demand. What you gonna choose? It used to be, hey, you want to see that movie before it came out on digital and Blu-ray. You had to go walk in sticky seats and sticky floors to go see it. Now,
I'm
if I have the option to be able to do that, I'm gonna do that.
I'm just saying, as a parent, this is amazing.
It is.
Because
Because that's the
is.
last. Because that is the last time anybody's ever gonna say something about stop bringing your crying kids at the movie theater.
well, or just for us, because like it's going to be a while before we could take our son to the movie theater, because like he's on the spectrum. So, like for him to be 3, he does not act like a neurotypical 3-year-old. So we're like behind on that. It's going to be a while. Like for me to think like, yeah, I could take like 3 or 4-year-olds to a movie, they'd be able to sit and watch it. My niece, who was born 11 days before him, has gone to the movie theater before. But we can't take him because he can't sit still for like more than 30 seconds, let alone be quiet. He screams at everything.
Right.
But yeah, like if they would have put a children's movie out day and date on streaming, that he can see it along with his cousin, it'll be fine. With all the other kids, it'll be great. Or if a movie comes out that I want to see, I don't have to worry about, all right, do I gotta find a sitter? No, I just need to wait for this little dude to go to sleep.
Exactly. It's so convenient now. So that's the industry saying, in order for us to survive, we have to think about different ways of
Right.
now. We have to adapt because again, no knock to people going to the theaters. They're probably still gonna be theaters, but guess
Yeah.
what? It's gonna be a lot smaller. And
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like
it's gonna be real distant.
there are things I want to see in an IMAX theater. The new
gonna be
Fast
a
and the
lot cleaner.
Furious, I want to see that in IMAX. The new Bond, I want to see that in IMAX. But given this, will I go? No, I mean, I just bought this awesome 4K TV. It's not like the super duper 4K, but
right.
man, when I've seen some 4K movies on this thing, I do I tell, Google, to dim the lights a little bit, give me a little atmosphere. Whew, those movies look beautiful. And I got this sound bar with the 5.1 surround. I turn up the bass.
Yeah.
Man, I'm already.
These two sound like an entire home project. I'm just here in my little bitty old room with a Crunchyroll account. Okay.
I have my recliner is like the recliners you get at those new movie theaters.
Right.
It's got the recline. It's got the cup holders with the lights in it, so I don't have to look for my cup holders.
Already.
My birthday present from my wife. She loves me, and I love her too, because she gave me that dope chair and allowed me to have this dope space. And boy, when I move and have that whole floor to myself, and when I can finally go shop for some furniture, why would I need a movie theater ever again?
Exactly. Why would you need a movie theater?
I mean, especially since you're gonna basically have time to build one.
You can build your own.
I mean,
and you won't got to.
I ain't gotta share with nobody. My floors will not be sticky. I can, movie theaters don't sell Dr. Pepper. Get that on tap now.
Get that you can drink your own ginger ale. You can snack.
I can go get a refill without having to miss a part because I can pause.
Wait a minute, hold up. Boop.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'm watching like the epic. I'm watching the Lord of the Rings, all 3 of them, and all of them in the middle. I got to use the bathroom. I can just pause.
Hold up.
My popcorn ran out. Pause.
I'm just waiting for you to put it like, hey Google, hold up, and just have the movie pause itself while you leave.
I mean, that's what I got Apple TV for. It says Siri pause.
Siri pause. Tell it. I'm just letting you know who's gonna do that. Like who's gonna not have that no more.
But
we just gonna go back.
The sad thing is with all of this, or you may think it's sad. I think it's just fortuitous, whatever. I'm forward thinking.
Right.
This was all planned out before a pandemic. Because the room that I'm in now is a pandemic person, like just like the tech pandemic person's dream. And I built this not for a pandemic, but just for a safe space for me when I need to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Made no adjustments for this, and I'm golden. So imagine a whole floor of a house that's nothing but this.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me work on the getting a house thing first, and I will get back to you on that.
I mean, I'll have some plans out. And look, I downloaded Pinterest so I can get some ideas.
Ooh, Pinterest. Pinterest got good ideas for that.
This is 24-inch TV for 24 months.
No, I ain't down for that.
I need to learn
But
how
yeah,
to mount a
so-
TV, but never mind that right now.
So yeah, back to the topic at hand. Gamescom's physical event is canceled.
Yes.
We're
It
good.
will be digital only in August.
Okay.
All right, so this is some gaming / streaming news. If you've noticed, hey, Kev, can I get a hand clap?
That's true. That's
Hand
true,
clap.
Danny.
Okay. You ready?
Ready for
Okay,
it?
pay attention, everybody.
Okay, chat. Tell me if you can hear this. Okay. Ready? 3.
Hold on. Let me turn the music down. I just
turn
want to
the
make
music
sure.
down.
Just want to make sure.
Okay. So, you ready?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Man,
Like it just.
Discord.
Did y'all hear that?
Meanwhile, me over here.
Yeah,
You can
because
hear
we
me
can still hear
clapping
you
like
typing on
DJ
your.
Cat.
We can still hear you typing on that keyboard.
Yep.
Now. Yeah.
Oh my God,
But
Discord!
did-
Shout
but
out.
did y'all hear that?
Well, actually, hold on. Let's do this for a second. So you have this whole thing right here, except for now I can do, hold on. I think I can do all that clapping and such.
Now
I don't know if I can even hear all of that.
for you, it affected your voice a little bit, so it ain't perfect.
It's not.
Oh, I think it's one of those things of you. It's probably you're gonna hear me clapping if I'm talking at the same time because I'm right up on the microphone. But like for most things, if you have ambient noise, it just went. What ambient noise?
Right. Like keys. If you're doing like key stuff, like if you're typing on your keys, they can't hear that. If it's like if you hear like TV in the background, they're not gonna be able to hear that. Like low TV noise. If it's like you got your children in the background, I said children. I'm from the South. If you got your children in the background and they be going off, you won't be able to hear it. You'll just be able to hear my nice dulcet tones, and that's it. And I can tell you, like I tested it in my homie's Discord, and we turned it on, and we did the clapping. And it was like, yo, what did you just clap? I didn't hear that. What was that? Do it again.
Yeah, he got me. Like I forgot I put this story in the lineup. Kev clapped about something. I was like, bro, is your mic broken? Are you using a different mic? And that's what he told me. He had the filter on. I said, oh,
yeah.
Like, dude, because this is the first time I've ever heard it.
Right.
It blew me away. I didn't even know it was that good until we were getting ready to record. Now, unfortunately, while this is good for gaming, and in some streaming, like especially if you're on somebody else's stream, this necessarily doesn't help for streaming. For those who obviously know, we're all streaming from my computer. Well, we're streaming from my computer, so I don't get filtered. Now I have the filtering on. If I clap, they won't hear me, but you will hear everything that I do. So when you're streaming with this, it necessarily doesn't affect you as the streamer, but you know.
But it's really good for people who do things that involve other people, like in this format, especially if you do things like podcast things or like team games where you're playing like Jackbox or you're playing like Overcooked as a group or you're playing any of those games where normally you would hear a lot of ambient noise and a lot of talking and want to be able to let people hear you talk and communicate, or game sound without hearing the intermittent clicking and stuff that you're doing.
Right.
Unless you're Telia, where you have like, my kid is being adorable, but they're not right next to the microphone, and hearing them in the background is adorable. Or my cat making constant noises is something that people wanted to come to my stream for. If ambient noise is part of the experience of your stream, then this isn't necessarily the feature for you. But if you're just like, listen, trying to install all of these reefer filters is killing me, this is kind of nice.
Right. Now, for streaming, like again, but like for streaming, it doesn't affect it at all.
No, it doesn't.
Because it's not like you're running your audio through Discord to OBS or XSplit or something like that.
Right.
Somebody is. They're out here.
It's like,
you're right.
Yeah, it's good for like if the peeps that you're playing with have a lot of ambient noise in the background, like you can hear that, you won't be able to hear their key clacking and all that stuff, and then mouse clicks and everything. Sometimes when I'm like playing with people on Discord, I literally can hear like their mouse clicking. And then like you can hear the mouse click and then the thing, and somebody bangs the table, and they're like, "Oh my God, what is this?" I'm banging my desk. Did you hear any of that? Did you hear any of this?
A little bit.
I'm banging.
I did hear a little bit.
Only like the smallest bit, because it's right next to their microphone.
Yeah, it's like right next to my microphone. But there's people that just be like, "Bang! Where's my? Oh shit! What is that?" Like they can't hear that. Because now it's like, it's so good. It's either low or it's like non-existent. And anything that's like loud or above the threshold, it can't be heard. So that's really good, because when you're trying to be like professional, and then sometimes your peeps might be having a lot of stuff going on in their background.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want all that to bleed over to your stream. That's really good that exists.
Like you won't hear mom shouting at your teammate, but you'll hear your teammate shouting back at mom.
Right. And just be like, what's going on? Who's talking? Who are you talking to?
Like when Anka was playing Animal Crossing when she was supposed to work while I was streaming on Tuesday, she should have used the beta. Or let's face it, me too. When my son decided he wanted to be my son Tuesday. I wonder if it's available on iOS too. I don't think it would. I don't think it is, but
that'd be dope.
Because
I know some people that like to use their phones.
Yeah, like that's what I was
Discord
using Tuesday.
and plug it into their mixers. So they have like a separate source.
Also, my son is fine. Okay, thank you. He is adorable though. Mm-hmm. He threatened me with a fly swatter yesterday, but that's a story for another time. Anka ain't though. Yeah, she hiding today. Also, Telia, I know we're in the works of launching the cookout shop. I'm gonna need a cookout fan from Sin.
I mean, we can make that a thing.
We're gonna need. We can have cookout and put Tech Talk Thursdays on it. We are official merch, the Tech Talk Thursday fan.
If it's just to say like 404 or some other error, like tech, it should have a bunch of like tech errors for just different things. I want like a 403 error for this is forbidden, 404 for y'all hear something. Yep, like all of that. 404, y'all hear something?
Oh my god. I'm done.
What? Okay, see, watch me make that a whole graphic, post that straight to Twitter, and just tag Major Linux in it with no other comment except for 404. Y'all hear something?
Oh my god, I'm done. All right. So there's your the latest bit of gaming and streaming news for the week. And we're going to move on to some software, hardware updates. And again, it's going back to Minecraft with RTX. There are new Nvidia drivers out to help you take advantage of Minecraft with RTX on, again, the 10 series, 16 series, and 20 series Nvidia cards. Let's see, outside of Minecraft, there is updates for Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, which should be out, I think, at the end of this month for PC and Xbox One. So obviously this is for the PC. Saints Row the Third, Shadowrunner. Looks like there's some more G-Sync compatible monitors that are available out there for you to take advantage. See, Rise of Tomb Raider, Doom Eternal. Apparently, Notebook. The Notebook app on Windows 10. Graphical corruption may occur after resume from display sleep. So,
Yes, it is Thursday today.
yes, today is Thursday. It is. Wait, is she serious? I mean, show it's like Tech Talk Thursday. Like this.
I mean, it's not Thursday. It's
it's Friday for her. It's Friday for her. It's Thursday for us. But yep. So that's it. That's all the news.
Yes.
We have for the week.
Well,
Oh.
I would say that's all the news we have for the week, but we have one more thing to mention. If y'all want to continue this dialogue on any of the topics that we talked about today, y'all need to be at forums.thecookout.org.
That's right. Right. Let me see. Let's see. I think I have one. I gotta go find it.
That's where all the good stuff happens in the forums.
Let's see what I'm looking for.
That's where the magic happens.
Tech Talk. Oh yes, Tech Talk podcast questions. So we do have a thread.
Just saying.
For that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So we got a thread for questions. If you do want to ask us some questions, of course, I actually do for all the articles, especially the gaming ones that are on the show. I do post in the forums. I actually post them in the Discord server too. What I may end up doing is actually posting the tech ones too. Thank you for that. I clicked out of something and messed it up. There we go. Okay. I went away for a second because I clicked something that was actually informative and I appreciate it was sent. So now I need to go get ready for it because I don't want to mess up like I did last time.
Love you too, Tealia.
But yes, definitely hit us up on the forums. Let's continue these discussions. We love to keep this stuff going. We definitely need more traffic and stuff on the forums. Because, Major's house is putting it up there, and we'd love for people to use the stuff that, I built.
I mean, honestly speaking, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he's doing. He's taking all of this stuff that y'all are sending him on the forums. He's taking the whole forum screen and projecting it in this movie theater, so he can just sit there, and just be like, yes, the movie theater, where I can see and type on the forums.
Well, no, because then it gets in the way of my Plex server.
Oh.
Or my Twitch streams. Just
saying.
No. Just saying.
Well, never mind. RIP.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's it for us. Yo, it's time to do some plugs. Big Kev, what you got going on, man? Tealia, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Tealia, don't. Let's not do this. Don't come for me.
Uh-oh.
Don't come for me, Tealia.
Don't come for you, man.
Kev, what you got going on, man?
Mostly the stream. Most of the streams, mostly. You definitely check me out at twitch.tv/KKSgaming. I have been falling in love with Smite. I played that for the main channel for the first time Tuesday, and we had a ball. And I had a ball very badly trying to explain was to Denny while I'm either getting my cheeks clapped or I'm clapping cheeks myself in Smite. So I've been having a good time with that. And if anybody wants to link up and play a lot of Arena, let me know. I am KKS Gaming on high res. Check me out. And so I'm playing that. I usually play in the morning. So check me out there. And then on Saturday, I have like my own little bit of a pod. I call it the Saturday Pod Show. Where I basically talk about video games and gaming stuff. So I'll probably talk about some of the stuff that we talked about today, and whatnot. So please go for it. That's usually what I talk about.
Sin, what you got, man?
So if you want to check me out here on the Twitch world, you will find me at twitch.tv/ Sinziak, which is going to be the last thing that you think about whenever you see how this is spelled. That's fine. But I am normally playing story games, so Monster Prom, because why not Monster Prom? And League of Legends, because I live an unfortunate life. Aside from that, you'll probably also find me some here out here with this fan and or talking about tabletop games, which Denny, I understand that I owe you an episode or so of another tabletop session. I am working on that. I promise I am. However, there is also well, actually, I think those are the two major things. It's just Monster Prom, other like card games, and other like varied assortments, and then tabletop stuff. As a matter of fact, I think over the next month, I'm going to be involved in like 3 more tabletop related things. So I'm just saying. There's that, and also Telia, are you trying to play a game? Because the last time we pulled up, it was just like, yo, Telia, where you at? Where were you?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
This man said, pull up, T.
Pull up to the table with like the whole bag full of dice. See, Gemini knows what's up because she was there the last time we ran one of these.
Wow.
Get them D12s out. Get them D12s.
Mm-hmm.
Get them D12s out. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I need me some. I don't even play tabletop games, but I feel like I need some D12. I feel like I need some dice. Just to have it.
Okay, that's fair. So the last time we played on the channel, we left the whole town under siege, and we're not going to tell you from who, so that y'all have to come by and watch it.
Wow.
Cliffhanger.
I just cliffhanger.
Oh, well, let's see. For me, you can catch me over at Major Linux. You know what the deal is. Where, I'm playing video games, maybe. Sometimes Animal Crossing, sometimes Fortnite, maybe some. I really need to get Gun Game up on there. Let's see. Also, I'm doing Not Your Friends podcast. We do it every Wednesday over on that channel, but it seems that it's not really Cookout affiliated. I'm just gonna leave that over there somewhere. I'll probably be hosting it somewhere. I'll post it something. I don't know. Do a thing. But yeah, for me, you can find me anywhere talking tech, bitching and complaining about something. More or less, it's probably about COVID-19. The fact that I'm living most of my life inside because I don't want to die, and people are being stupid. But hey, who's not doing that nowadays? Aside for the people being stupid. But yeah, that's it. I'm just chilling here, looking for conversation. I mean, it's something that we need now more than ever to kind of stay connected, stay sane, stay safe out there.
One more thing while we're here.
Yes.
I think it's next week? Next week aren't we like the Cookout as a collective doing like a set of streams for St. Jude?
Oh, that's right. We are.
We need to let the good people know that things are happening. So yeah, like y'all need to pull up in about a week from now. And well, I mean, in general, whenever the Cookout is doing things, but especially in a week from now, because they're doing things for the kids and everybody's getting featured on everything.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of community things, apparently people are talking tech in general chat right now, so I'm about to go bust some heads. But of course, it's probably the new people because yes, we have now inducted some new community members. Welcome. Hopefully they come and checked out this stream. I hope. Starts on the Saturday of the 24th. Telia thinks. So yeah, definitely will. If it's not up by next week, if we're here next week, we will definitely mention it and we will continue to mention it. So definitely stay tuned for that. And probably, even though this may not be directly involved, we'll probably put the donation thing up top too, just so we can continue to remind people that that's what's going on with Cookout. But yes, welcome to all the new members of the Cookout. They started coming in about Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, shouts out to the new folks. Welcome to the community. Fix yourself a plate, sit at the table, chop it up. Let's collaborate, do some things. That's what we're
Oh,
here
yeah.
for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the show tonight. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Definitely want to thank again, because of these interesting times that we are in. Thank you to all of the first responders, all the doctors, the nurses that are out there doing it and everything. Thank you for people on the front line, the convenience store, the grocery store workers, the pharmacists out there, people who...
The Instacart delivery drivers.
Yes. Thank you.
All the delivery, all the delivery.
all the
all
local
the
restaurants that are doing
Love
the
you
damn thing,
guys.
trying to stay afloat and keeping us fed. Thank you
Yes.
so much for that. I know there are people
Yeah.
out there who are sitting there trying to ruin things and mess things up as we're trying to flatten the curve and trying to lower the burden, which is weird. Even in North Carolina said, well, no, all the hospital beds are taken. Well, yeah, you think that's we're trying to avoid. We're trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
To avoid this.
But apparently people don't like to think ahead.
We're gonna behave. We're gonna behave.
But I'm here to thank. I'm here to thank all the people who are definitely helping us out and trying to avoid the worst possible outcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody tuning in to the show. Of course, you guys could have been anywhere in the world. Could have been watching the stream. You could have been reading these articles yourself, but you chose to be lazy and sat here with us so we can read the articles to you, or at least just summarize them and drag them. Because this is Tech Talk Thursdays for April 16th, 2020.
Sir,
yes.
Before you go, might I just suggest that you just that we visit a friend of ours. I do believe Big Willie Isms.
Oh, most definitely. I've got that queued up. You jumped me. You jumped the gun. I was going to mention it. That yes, we are going to send the cookout love. See, Telia, that's something you and Sin have in common.
Wait, why? Oh no!
That's something.
See, I didn't know. I was concerned.
Tuesday,
My apologies.
So Tuesday, I was about to shout out my services, and Telia just came out of nowhere and just stomped all over my plug. Just stepped all over, just squished it into the ground like a bug.
Why did I hear this in Telia's voice?
And it hurt so
I heard that from the chat
much that day. But I forgave her because she didn't do it again after that. She even let me plug this show like twice. So again, we talking about apples, he talking about oranges.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Why did Telia? Why do you come out here?
Hold on. What is she talking about the lounge? What is she? Oh, look, at least somebody talking about the forums in the lounge. But yeah, I'm about to go up in here. I'm definitely about to come up in this general and start cracking some skulls in a second. But before that, we're gonna hit up Big Willie Isms, give him all the love.
Yes.
And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening. Oh, and go play Uncharted.
Yeah. Yes. Go play Uncharted.
Uncharted 1 should be done. Uncharted 1 should be done downloading now.
Right.
Go play Uncharted.
Just go ahead. Go play Uncharted.
Until then, see you next week.
Bye. Love you.